What's up, net soldiers? I'm the Alliance. Welcome back to another video. Today is a pretty interesting video. Yesterday I released my If Leia Organa is back in episode 9, is it ethical if she's back? And I received an interesting comment that I kind of wanted to make a video on, a little net talk on it, and we'll see how it goes. So the topic for this video comes from the comment from Dylan Films, and he asks, is Snoke going to be in episode 9? Now before we get too far into this, I just wanted to say, if you guys have any cool ideas for a future topic in a future net talk, let me know in the comments below. Maybe just ask a question about my feelings towards whatever situation in Star Wars or Marvel or any type of franchise, and if I like the idea, I might just do a video on it and give you a shout out. So let's see how this goes. So back to the actual question, do I think that Snoke is going to be in episode 9? Now before I get into my personal opinion of what I want to see, I just want to state that this is kind of a spoiler alert for you guys, but if you have not seen episode 8, which I'm guessing you probably have if you're watching a Star Wars video, Snoke dies. He's killed by Kylo Ren, and so theoretically speaking, Snoke is dead, and we should technically never see him again. But as we know, when Force users die, they're not always just dead, especially really powerful ones. Best example being Yoda, Obi-Wan, Anakin. So, with that said, why couldn't Snoke do something along those lines? Now, if they're going to bring back Snoke in any way, it's going to be in the form of like a dark Force ghost, I guess you could say. Maybe like a negative Force ghost. He probably won't be like glowing blue, he'll probably be glowing black or like misting black or something like that, which would be cool to see, and I wouldn't be 100% against that. I think that'd be an interesting concept, especially if he's like haunting Kylo, you know? I think that'd be cool. But as far as Snoke actually returning alive, that's definitely off the table, and they're not going to do that. I don't know how they would even do that. Unless Snoke was a clone, then they maybe could do that then. So, yeah. But like I said, the most accepted theory by most Star Wars fans is that if Snoke does return, he will return as a dark Force ghost. Now, with that said, I'd like to give you my theory of what I think would be cool to see. Now, I actually came up with this idea when The Last Jedi first came out, and I thought it was a pretty cool one. I made a video about it before, and people seem to really like the idea, so I think it'd be cool to see, so I'll just tell you. I think that Snoke is going to return, but he's not actually going to return. Now, what I mean by this, let me explain. So Snoke was kind of like this mysterious bad guy. Super powerful, we don't know anything about him. His entire backstory is pretty much a mystery and can pretty much come from anywhere. We know that he's old, he looks decrepit, and chances are he's been around for a very, very long time. This means he was around during Palpatine, the Galactic Civil War, Clone Wars. He's probably seen it all, so he's got a pretty good perspective on war in the galaxy. So my theory is that Snoke is kind of like the canonization of Darth Vitiate from the Old Republic, or at least an example of what I'm trying to get at. If you guys don't know who Darth Vitiate is the Emperor, the Sith Emperor of the Old Republic time. If you guys ever played the game, you would know this, or maybe read some of the novels. Darth Vitiate was a very powerful emperor. He had a lot of powerful abilities that probably put him above Palpatine, if not above him, definitely on par. So it's actually a pretty cool idea to see this. So pretty much what Darth Vitiate was he was a vessel. So while the entire galaxy knew him as this emperor, as this super strong being who couldn't be stopped, he actually wasn't in control. He wasn't the actual body. He was almost just like a vessel for an actual super powerful Force user deep in space. So while the entire galaxy knew Darth Vitiate as the Emperor, as a super powerful being, it turns out he was just a husk for another host to pretty much run the galaxy through. But once the Emperor was killed, it was believed that Vitiate was then dead and gone forever. Well, we then later find out when Vitiate dies that this husk was being controlled by another super powerful Force user deep in the galaxy, like I said, named Valkorion. And he's actually in charge of his own galactic empire. His whole idea of creating Darth Vitiate and using him as a vessel to do his dirty work was to keep the Republic and the Empire fighting, so they didn't see his own empire being created in the shadows. So I think it's a really cool concept, and I think it'd be cool to see this with Snoke. So we could say as Darth Vitiate would be Snoke, Valkorion would be this other dark Sith somewhere hiding deep into the galaxy. I think it's a really cool idea, the idea that Snoke was just a puppet and the real puppet master is still out there. I really like that idea. I've stuck to that idea since the release of Last Jedi. I think it'd be really cool to introduce that. Perhaps this puppet master has his own empire he's been making. Who knows? Maybe he has his own droid factory. We can see like he's created his own droids, and that's going to be one of the things that the First Order and the Resistance are going to have to team up to take out the droids or something. I don't know. Bottom line, if Snoke does return, like I stated, he's not going to be the Snoke we know. He's going to be a different being altogether, in my opinion, or it'll be a Force Ghost, but I'm kind of hoping that he's still out there. The idea of Snoke, not really Snoke, but Snoke's personality, his intelligence is still out there. His power is just hanging out somewhere deep in space, waiting. And now that his vessel's dead, and the death of Snoke, he's now going to reveal himself and claim the galaxy for his own. If there's going to be one thing that's going to cause Rey and Kylo to team up, it's going to be something powerful enough that that's going to have to bring them together. And I think that would be a cool idea. So I've always stuck to that idea. I might be wrong. Chances are that's not the way it's going to go at all. But I do think it is a cool concept. So we come back to the original question. Will Snoke be in Episode 9? Physically, Snoke will not be in Episode 9. But someone, either his Force Ghost or his Puppet Master, will be in Episode 9. So Dylan Films, thank you so much for giving the topic of this video. Like I said, guys, in the beginning of the video, if you have any cool ideas for a future video, let me know in the comments below. Any future topics you want me to cover, think are cool, want to see them, let me know, comments below. Please remember to like, subscribe, and turn notifications for more videos. And until next time, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.